You strike me as a guy that integrity is pretty important, right?
Well, to who? It depends.
And like your own integrity, like
Oh,
people that you
yeah.
talk
I'd
to.
hope so, yeah.
Okay, credibility, stuff like that.
Sure.
Okay. With that said, how about honesty? Is honesty a virtue that you
I hope
value?
I try to be, yeah.
Okay. Because with that said, I gotta ask you about this sudden interest you have in low tier God, because he is like the complete opposite of, I feel like, all the virtues that I feel you advocating and prioritizing on stream.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Talk
I
to me
mean, do you
about
know
it.
a lot about him, or is it just kind of like you like the
Follow
memes?
this older crazy shit, yeah.
I think he's still pretty crazy. I heard you say one time on stream that he's not.
He seems more
I
reasonable
don't.
now. He seems less crazy than he used to be, for sure. He might still be crazy, but...
Well, I mean, I think part of it is he's acting on his best behavior with you. If you watch his stream, he's still pretty crazy.
Well, like, is he crazy or is he just, like, trolly? Before he was, like, crazy. But is he...
When you say he was crazy, like, what's an example of him being crazy in your mind?
What is an example of him being crazy? I feel like...
I mean, like, if you want a recent
He
example,
was like a legendary shit talker. I guess, I don't know, maybe it's not fair to call him crazy, but he did a lot of shit talking.
yeah,
A crazy example from recently in that panel.
Well,
think you
yeah, his
mentioned-
opinions are pretty off the wall too. Well, I don't know if they say off the wall, but yeah.
I mean, he's
He
still
said
a
something about
pretty.
looting.
He said something about
Yeah,
moving.
About
Looting.
looting. He like, I think so, like someone brought up George Floyd, and he was like, a lot of black people got like Louis Vuitton bags that day, and like
Yeah.
in the riots, and I was like, yo.
He said he goes, when that happened, a lot of black people were happy because then they could all riot and get Dior bags. And I remember, Destiny, when he said that, you were like, oh, like you
It was
visually cringe.
Yeah, it was really bad sounding. But there were a lot of cringy fucking people that were defending it, which was really cringe. Like I said, this is something I think I kind of figured out, or I feel like I figured out like a few months ago, that sometimes stuff will pop up and it's very like small. It'll be something like one person comes out and says they have a 3-year-old trans child, and people make it like the hugest deal in the world. And I think the reason why it gets made into such a huge deal is because so many people step out and defend it. So if people would have just very quickly come out and be like, "Oh, looting, that's never acceptable. You shouldn't go loot and like terrorize cities just because of like civil unrest. That's fucked up." If that would have happened, I think that nobody would be talking about it. But there were so many people on the left that were eager to defend it. I can understand why people cringe.
Well, I mean, look, that was just one thing in
Sure.
in that convo, and I specifically recall when he said that because you had such a visual reaction.
Yeah,
to it,
I
and
mean, it was
like,
a bad. Yeah, it sounds bad, but I mean, it is true.
And I mean, so now that you've talked to him a few times, like, have any of the? Because I mean, okay, one thing I would say about him, he's really not that intelligent. And like, when I first heard that, like, you might be bringing him on stream, I'm like, what are they going to even talk about? It's not like he is like a follower of like political, current events and stuff like that. For him to like talk, you usually, I would say you strive for a pretty high level of discourse and people who
I think we
are
have to
pretty
be really
informed.
careful when we say he's not very intelligent. Like, I don't know if he follows all the same political issues that I follow, but he seems reasonably intelligent. Like, his takes relating to like the black creators on Twitch and YouTube and everything were all 100% dead on the money. I don't think I've ever heard him say something. Like, I've heard him say things where I'm like, oof, that might feel a little racist, or oof, that might feel a little whatever. But I don't think I've heard him say stuff where I'm like, ooh, he seems really stupid. I don't know if I've heard that happen before.
Well, I mean, I've definitely heard him say stuff that's pretty stupid.
What's like, I'm
there's
curious,
a lot of,
not to push like for like super ultra stupid, like what's like an example of him saying something that's like, ooh, that's really stupid.
I could definitely get you some examples of that. I'm trying to, I don't have like one comment that I do have here that he made that I don't know if it would be so in the stupid category, but it's sort of in the like, my God, what is in this guy's brain? Is he talked about if he has a daughter, when she grows up, once she starts hooking up with men, he's gonna like disown her because like hooking, like he won't have any relationship with his daughter at the point that they start hooking up with men. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, you're that insecure or
Sure,
like,
and I admit,
homophobic? Like I don't even know what.
Hold on. That, no,
Well,
hold
what
on,
is
hold on.
it's like? What is the like fear in him that like he can't handle it? Because he said
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
oh,
I
she
agree that
starts
that's
sucking dick and
yeah, I agree that that's pretty cringe, but that's really standard. That's like standard like adult male behavior is like the male protective of their daughter's sexuality.
to say that you won't even have a relationship with her at
Well,
that
what
point.
did he really say that like he won't have a relationship with her, or did he say that like I would disown her if she was like going out and like being a slut or something, right?
Well, wait,
No, no,
even
no,
if
no, no.
that's standard, shouldn't we like maybe challenge that narrative or kind of give like some pushback to that? Like,
Did I
just because
ever
it's
say
standard
that we shouldn't challenge the narrative or that we shouldn't give pushback? Obviously, we should. I think it's cringe as fuck. But I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't call somebody stupid because they say it. That's just like a really
Well, right.
standard, like, yeah.
Again, I don't think that is. I'm giving that as an example because you asked me for an example. It's not the best example of him being an idiot. I mean, if you wanted, I could go and get some and send them to you. But trust me, if you there's been like a lot of in-depth troll videos made about him, and they kind of cover that territory better than I probably could by giving you an example. I don't know. Have you seen like the June the King documentary on him?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So, do you know who June the King is? He's a content creator on YouTube. Have you heard the name?
Nope.
Okay. He hasn't done one on you, but he's done a lot on like other sort of content
Lol
creators. So,
cows.
like, well, yeah, he does a lot of lolcows, yeah. And he did one on Low Tier God like years ago, and now most of the time he does these documentaries and like no one has any kind of reactions. Just like if anything, it kind of helps blow the people up on YouTube. And I guess Low Tier God, he had like such a crazy, insane reaction to it. And I think part of it is he kind of wants to rewrite history about himself. Because like he's been on YouTube for a long time. He's been streaming for a long time. He's in all that time, he said a lot of stuff about himself that I think he regrets.
Sure.
And
I have too. Yeah.
What's that?
I have too, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like I think once it's out there, it's like it's out there, right?
Sure.
Like I'm sure you'd love your dick pics to be like off the internet, right? But it's like they're out there, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, and like when I started off by saying he's not someone who really values honesty. In that whole talk that he had with you guys, he started out with a lie when he said he doesn't vote because he doesn't think there's any point in it. He actually can't vote because he has a criminal record.
Wait, what do you mean you can't vote? Or criminal record?
You can't vote when you're a felon.
Is he actually a felon?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I guess that's the thing. I mean, he might still think it has no purpose, but
Yeah, well, that's he could think that, but I mean, if it's just like honesty is not something that like is important to this guy at all. So I don't know. I think you should. I've never, like when you talk to Nick Fuentes and stuff like that. I remember once you made this comment about like I would rather either befriend or talk to.
Oh, someone, hold on,
honest...
real quick. People are saying he mentioned that himself in the chat. I thought he said he is the last time he was on. So apparently he said this, but.
Oh, okay. I'm in a different conversation. I guess I missed that.
Okay.
But anyway, I remember you making that comment about how you would rather be like friends with an honest Nazi than a dishonest leftist. Do you remember that?
Sure.
Okay. So like that, I totally agree with you on that. Like, honesty is pretty important to me. And I just feel like this guy is not someone who lives in an honest world. He's never really had to face scrutiny because he doesn't ever talk to people who have diverse opinion. Like he's new in
Okay,
this
chill.
whole...
Listen, if you can think of like specific examples, bring them up, and you want to make a post on it or show it, then that's fine. But damn, we're just like, you sound like a hater, okay, right now.
I'll own that. I'm a hater. See, that's the thing. I own it. Okay.
Okay.
He doesn't own his shit, and I feel like you own your shit too. That's basically my.
Well, I
benchmark.
feel like he'll admit that he said and done like dumb shit in the past, but like.
But I mean, this is a guy who will, a kid beats him in Street Fighter, and he tells the kid, "Go kill yourself."
Bro,
like, what the fuck?
If we're judging people on that, I've told so many people to go kill themselves.
that you knew were kids, like teenage kids.
Yeah, first of all, teenager, it goes up to 19. Okay, and
yeah.
Fuck, I might have told Nathan to kill himself a few times. I don't know. It's just part of my
Okay.
vocabulary. Yeah, I'm just saying.
And how old were you when you did these things?
Like 28.
Okay, add 10 years, and it's like, dude,
He was just a young boy when he said it. But Jacob, like, can I ask why you're bringing this up? Because you
wait.
want to give some context and perspective?
Aaron, I'm not talking. I'm just in the room quietly. This is someone else talking.
Oh, I thought this. Okay.
Oh, it's okay. I like you, Aaron. You're cool. Go for it.
Thanks. No. I was gonna ask, like, okay, well, why is this being brought up? Because I think that the problem is that, so you don't like his prior engagements or his like digital footprint or whatever, and I guess you're trying to like provide context to this, to those conversations. But like, would you expect Low Tier God to like make all of these disclaimers, like when we're having a conversation about like voting? Would you expect that he would say, like, BTW guys, I'm a felon, I can't even vote, but you know, I also wouldn't want to vote, you know, and like qualify his statements that way? Or like, what's the purpose of like bringing up the rap sheet?
Well, just that that was an example of his dishonesty. Would I expect him? I guess I would expect him to like sort of not participate in that conversation, or he could just say like, oh, well, or he could just say, I don't really, you know, without saying like, I don't vote because I don't see the point in it. He could just say, I don't see the point in it, and then sort of go through his reasons and say like, you know, for this reason and for that reason, you know, without actually sort of saying, this is why I don't vote, which I feel like was how he represented himself.
Wow.
You don't think that's, am I, you can tell me if you think I'm wrong, go for it.
Like,
if he says something wrong or dumb on my stream, or if we have like more specific examples, sure, but I don't know if that's the one that I would be like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Well, it was, I made some comments from, when you were talking to that black guy from Johns Hopkins, was that the Saints and Sinners guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so you criticized him for being so openly homophobic and always getting away with it, right? I mean, I made it a note while you were doing it, so I mean, if you don't remember it, well, he does that pretty regularly. He loves the F homophobic slur. He loves calling people that.
First of all, hold on, wait. Does he still though?
Yes, all the time, all the time.
Wait, hold on. I'm so curious. I don't normally do this. Okay. I normally never do this, but I'm curious. If I were to push you for an example, he's called somebody like the F slur in the past like year.
Oh my God, tons of times. Now he doesn't archive his streams, which is why the troll sort of community around him is kind of like so thriving, and it's because like they're sort of trying to capture all the stuff he does on stream that's bad. That, you know, it's not like you can just go and watch every stream. He doesn't save them. And a lot of times I think he's deleting them because he doesn't want, you know, he knows.
I feel like, because I've seen and I've watched some of his streams after I've hosted him, and I don't know, maybe I just have missed this, but I feel like I don't know if you can call people the F word anymore on YouTube and get away with that. I feel like you get banned for that.
Well, I mean, again, if it's happening on a stream.
Okay, okay, you don't want us to talk anymore about it? Gotcha. Anything else? Or you don't like LTG? Got it. Hassan's talking about Lav. We gotta hop over and listen for a minute.
Okay, go for
Anything
it.
else
Go
for us?
for it.
Okay. I love you. I've noted.
Love you too, bud.
Okay. Hate, Low Tier God. Got it. Okay.
Power to the people.
Be careful.